to talk to you about learning style. What is learning style? Well, as the name implies, it is the style that a person engages in order to take in information, add it to memory, in other words, learn it. Have you ever had a situation where you've looked at your child and, or you're engaged with your child in some activity and you think, they're just not getting it? Or if you're an educator and there you are engaging the class in some kind of an activity and little Johnny over there just appears to be not getting it. It could be that they're not getting it. It could be that they are getting it, but they're not getting it in a way that makes them happy, in a way that makes them feel comfortable, or in a way that they can process quickly and effectively. This has to do with the style in which the individual prefers to engage in learning, and in particular, how to use the various functions of their brain and while they're engaged in various states of consciousness. I'd like to address the whole issue of learning style in a couple of ways. First of all, let's look at it from the point of view of perception and retention, and then we'll look at it in terms of an inventory of different types or styles of learning that an individual can have. First of all, however, it's important to understand the main concept is that learning style is not something that an individual is aware of. Even as an adult, most people don't know what their preferred style of engagement or their preferred way of learning something is, other than you can ask individuals, do you like looking at pictures? Do you like reading books? Do you like sitting and resting? You know, that kind of thing. However, as we age, you usually, depending on what happens to you in your life, your experiences, what happens at home, what happens in your environment, all of those influences will help you develop a preference for a learning style. Now, I use the term preference because learning style is not something that is necessarily fixed and you can't function unless you are engaged only in that style. The reality is that as human beings, we are enormously flexible, and because of our multifaceted brain and our various states of consciousness and our adaptation and our ability to change in response to our environment and the stimulus that we find ourselves in various situations, we can adapt, we can change. We can operate in another learning style even if what we're trying to learn is not coming to us in the style that we unconsciously prefer. And it's important to recognize too that if you are engaging in your preferred learning style, then you can get a good, strong, positive sense. Things are happening the way you like it. It just feels good. You're happy, you're more relaxed, you're engaged, and so it happens quicker. I like to think of it this way. When a person is engaged in their own learning style, the style that they prefer if they had their choice, then it happens more rapidly, it happens more comprehensively. In other words, you can learn more in a quicker period of time and it has deeper meaning. The whole sense of associating personal, deep meaning to what you're learning is critical in order for learning to be truly effective.